Here we are, finally made it into our block. There's the head of the Anchorage Cove in there, and this is the George River heading up way yonder. Reasonably weatherproof home. Just getting through the last of everything. So there's the living quarters for the others, and a bit of indoor outdoor flow out to the kitchen, and the others have already made up a table, which is pretty cool. So yeah, pretty comfortable setup so far, we think.
It's day one. Greg and I just got to the first gorge. We've got to go way up around that waterfall there. She's pretty gnarly. All the guys saying, make sure you don't cut down too saying. We've pretty much been coming up the riverbed. In the far distance is George Sound.
Yeah, so it's up to our first full day in the George River block. We've just jumped across the main George River and got this little tributary stream here. We had a stag going up and down it last night. It's literally probably only 100 metres from camp. So we're wondering why he's moving around so much, but obviously travelling up and down here he can go pretty quick, pretty fast. He's now back up in... Yeah, he's right up where the camera's pointing now. He's sort of in that guts of it in there, sort of at the base of the steep stuff. So we're just gonna sneak on in. We haven't roared at all yet. He just let out a couple of low moans, so we're gonna head in there and see what we can find. We're only, literally probably not even 100 metres from camp, so we haven't gone too far. And then later on, we'll keep on heading up the river, I suppose. But yeah, all good.
Just got within probably 40 metres of a red stag, but unfortunately he probably got our thermal. He probably smelt us. He was going bananas. While he was going bananas, there was another one down, further down, closer to the river, going off at the same time. But yeah, that's how it goes. He smelt us and just buggered off. I'll keep on pushing on.
No, we're not going up there. We're actually going to cut round this way. There's a stag roaring over here. That was replying to our this morning stag. We're just back on our second stag for the morning. So we're heading back to camp, and he's pretty much walked down in line with us in camp. So that might be easy, I think.
No.
stopped here. Got a bit of a gap between us and him. He's moving around a little bit, but not getting any closer. Whew. I might have to come up with a plan and put the camera away for a bit. See that Fiordland pine tree?
He's walking away.
Oh, he's already nice. Oh, yeah. He's okay, but he's still.
He's still coming.
Is he going back?
He's still angry.
I might have got him, you know what?
Shall I go to the big tree? We just got to gorge number 2. It's pretty awesome. Really deep here. It'd be a fantastic swimming hole.
Long way to come for a swim, no?
It is a long way to come for a swim.
Got the mean bomb. Oh, we're going to roar. Hear it?
Greg just heard a roar. We've had a fair bit of action this morning, which is great. Right. So we're just, gorge number 2. Plan is to get through gorge number 3 and then get to the big swamp and pitch camp there tonight. Get up on the tops tomorrow.
Fuck, no, stay. Stop. See that bit of grass through there?
I might use this tree to restart. Yep, this is my wapiti that I got last night about 6 o'clock. We'd even had a wash in the creek and we're setting up camp and making dinner. This bugger came down and was roaring his head off. Like, our camp is probably 250 yards away around that bend.
That's our camp, literally just behind that last bit of rock that you can see.
So in the trees there, took a rest. Probably 200 yards, we're guessing. We'll range find it when we get back. But he had 2 cows with him. Even after I fired the shot, the cows just ran closer to us and stood there. And we got within 30 yards. They would have stood there for 5 minutes looking at us. It's pretty amazing, actually.
They are probably 80 yards away, those 2 deer. He's trying to work out how he's going to get across the river.
We just stopped for a break on a bit of an open spur. We've got to 800 metres, but up there there's 1,000. We've still got to get up there. I'd say this morning is probably the toughest bit of fitness I've ever done. It's like playing 3 rugby games, I'll tell you. These tops of these mountains are just spectacular.
We're going to go over there 8 days.
Greg wants to go over there. I'm hoping he finds a big bull wapiti this evening, and then we can spend a day just resting up. Well, we've just made it to the head of George River Basin. It took us 5 hours to come out of the creek from the third gorge camp this morning. Probably the hardest 5 hours of my life. Here we are. Greg's just glassing, seen a few wapiti already. They're bugling hard out. We probably had more than 5 different bulls down in this basin. Just look at the roots and tops. It's just amazing. That one over there, overhead cone, is where Glenn and Emma are camped out. Back this way over there is Trophy Burn, and that's where Mark and Keith are hunting. Yeah, I suspect they're probably out trying to catch blue cotton instead. Never mind. Down here there's a bit of a dirty tarp, but that's where we're going to make our camp. And hopefully that water down there is a bit cleaner. Might have to chuck a few aqua tabs in it. Got ourselves a little tarn for drinking water. We've got stags going off over in that basin, which is the head of the George.
Holy fucking hell. That one looks big. Oh, I'm just not recording it, aren't I? I think the one that's moved, that's different. Is it a hide? No, it's a stag.
Yep.
But the one sitting down, he looks like he's got timber everywhere. I need him to move his head. Oh yeah, that's good there. There. He just moved his head before. It looked like points everywhere.
Straight at us.
He's quite big.
So, what are you for this?
It's been claggy all day. Getting little bursts of clear stuff where we can look out that way, but only sort of lifts as high as the bush line. They don't really give us much of the clear stuff, so interesting. But another interesting thing we've observed or seen is that when the clag does lift and there are clear patches, they start bugling again. As soon as the clag rolls in, they seem to shut up.
Parcels down to
What we think we're going to require.
we've got a bit of a plan. We've seen some good bulls over to, what's that, I guess the east, northeast?
East, yeah.
And
Well, that's where the sun came up, so I presume it's the east.
Yep. Good thinking. So yeah, probably first thing tomorrow morning we'll get up, have a feed, pack up everything, and as soon as it's clear, we'll start heading east around. There's just a couple of gnarly guts that we've got to negotiate our way around. Just a big shout out to Paul and Debbie at Motormox in Kaipoi in the South Island. They're the agents for Hillyberg Tents. If you guys are thinking of coming into Fiordland or going on any hardcore hunting trips, I would highly recommend these Hillyberg tents. This is the Alac 3, the 3-man tent. To be fair, it's a 2-man tent comfortable. If you had 3 people in there, you'd be in there like sardines. So if you want to have a bit of space for your gear in there in real shit conditions, go the extra and go for the 3-man. It's a couple of 100 grams heavier, but just the quality will give you peace of mind when the weather turns crappy. They're very simple to put up. Everything's been thought out. Obviously the Hillyberg family have been making tents for a number of years, and they're specialists in making tents. They're not just a generic brand. I can't rave highly enough about them. Just everything's thought out. You can see the quality of the stitching on them. You know, they've got zips and mosquito nets and air vents and you name it. They're very simple to roll up, very simple to erect. So I think, you know, when your comfort and your safety depends on it, you know, save a bit extra and pay for quality. You won't be disappointed in paying for quality. That's what I've got to say on Hillyberg tents.
So it's Wednesday morning. We're just packing up camp. We're going to head in the opposite direction to what I'm pointing the camera because can't face it that way. The sun will be shining in our faces. But yeah, clouds lifted overnight, and hopefully just a day of high cloud mixed with a bit of blue sky. So it should be a nice day. We're just Dave's and he just packing up the last of his stuff. We've got our 10-pointer. He's just sitting around the corner on a high knob, just sunning himself, so we'll try and get in close to him and get some good footage. But yeah, we'll just and then move on around further from him and see what we can see. We had this one down here bugling hard out last night for quite a while, and he was either down there and it's a wallow. We're going slowly. There's his wallow down there. That's where we saw him the other day. And yeah, I was hoping he would see me in today. He was quite a character with one antler, but fortunately we got him on video. Yeah, stay tuned, see what the day brings, but it looks like it's going to be a nice day. Probably stay up here tonight, all going well, and then bail back down to the valley floor tomorrow. And we've got to head out, way down there. And that's where we've got to head to tomorrow. Friday, probably in the rain. Good times. So much country. Oh, that's their block wall on there. None of us even contemplated going over there. Yeah. All good. How you going, Dave? Yeah, good. It's bloody steep. We're just trying to find our 10-point stag. Saw it this morning. It was just sitting over there. Got our wind and buggered off. We're just going to try and get over past this next cut, and there might just be out of sight. And then we're just going to probably try and get over that stuff over there. Fun times. Well, we made it to where our stag and hinds were this morning. There's our camp. Over there, that's what we've been holed up the last couple of days. Flat there, a couple of times. But yeah, it was good easterly when we started. But swung around to the north, and so pretty much blowing up our ass as we're coming around here. So he's buggered off, I think, but yeah, this is Wallow. So you can see why he can't go around in here, but yeah, it's a lot steeper than you think. Lots of little guts and bits and pieces to negotiate. But yeah, I'll carry on.
Sitting here on a beautiful day at the amphitheatre. Wapiti bulls are just going off. Hear that? There'd be all of half a dozen, maybe 10. Another one. Greg's just gone down here. He's looking to see if we can make it, but to be fair, if you look down here, I've got to the point where I don't want to go any further. She's pretty bloody steep, and I'm not a mountain climber. So we'll probably have a rest and have to backtrack another 2.5 hours back to where we were this morning. There's a reason there's big bulls up here, and it's because nobody can access them.
Pull pin on our venture over to there. We just can't do it justice given the time frame and the weather that's coming in, so we're heading back to our camp for the last 2 days, get a drink of water, and then head back down to the valley floor. But on the way back through to our camp, we've cut it down a bit lower. Dave spotted a scapula, and I went back and looked down, and above him, 10 metres, was this fella. So what do we got, Dave?
She's an 11-pointer. We've got 3 on the top, this side, tray, bay, brow, a broken brow on this side, bay, tray, there's 2 on the top.
Oh yeah. You're not super low in the head, eh? Like those antlers, bit of more growing to go?
About 1 inch.
Yeah.
Scale. So, yeah. Unfortunately, it's a bit smelly, so I won't be carrying it.
Ah, all good.
Put it up there. Someone else that wants to carry it. I'll leave it. Imagine the force and water gushing down here to bring all these rocks down here through the beech forest. It's pretty impressive. Yesterday we had a major day. We went from the big clearing back through gorges 3, 2 and 1. We got within 1.5 k's of camp and we just couldn't go any further. We were stuffed. So we camped here on this clearing in the middle of the creek. We've had bulls bugling all around us. We've got one probably 200 yards away over here. Somewhere over there. So Greg's just grabbing his knife. He's not moving, so we're just going to have an attempt on going in on him.
Oh well. Here we are. Was it Friday, isn't it, guys? Yeah, we've bumped into Mark and Keith at our campsite while I was up in the face up there chasing a stag that was keeping us awake all night, and got back down after he gave me the slip, and then about 10 minutes later he started roaring again, and he'd actually come off the face and was dead down on the flat. So Mark took off and we just stayed pretty much at our camp, and he came right down to the edge of the river, and it was just a waiting game really. And you know, video of the actual animal obviously, because he just wouldn't come out of that bush. So we just had to wait, and then heard one shot, didn't get the okay, and then there was another shot.
Good minute after.
And then, well yeah, like you say, it was a good little 30 seconds, a minute after. And then yeah, stag down. So we're just heading up here. We just couldn't get across it was literally probably only 80 metres from us, but we just had to do a bit of a loop around to get across the creek. How far away, Mark? Maybe. What do we got? Is this the one I saw before? Ooh. I don't, yeah, no, that would be the top. Maybe I saw the red, eh? No, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's red.
That's red, well, the way is. I saw...
He was the one that was squealing.
He must be going right around the
He's old, look at his fucking pedicles.
Oh, these ones are lower, I think, but yeah.
Oh.
You shot him in the guts.
Yeah, Daddy moved as a shot. That's why I put another one in him somewhere.
How fast did he run away? Plenty fast.
No, just hunched over. He actually clapped right here. He wasn't going anywhere from here.
Oh, you shot him while he was here?
So was you just parked
Second
over there
time.
as he was coming around
I walked all the way around, then I realised he roared here and the wind was
That's
fucking
probably
shit, so I
what
had
you
to come
saw,
out.
Greg.
Yeah, I saw that long top.
Yeah.
That probably is him. And then I might have seen that top. You know, I saw that long top and then that one there, and it made me think he had tops.
He's an old shit.
But
That's alright.
What is it?
good.
9.
It's only a 9.
9-pointer.
I'll take it.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that was a freaking big team effort, that one, wasn't it?
Could be shot.
Good on you, mate.
Well, we got the in-reach weather report. We got that spot on. Lunchtime Friday, it was going to piss down. Well, we just got back. We met up with Keith and Mark, and collectively we roared up the 9-point red that Mark shot. Well, Greg and I had been on it for 2.5 hours, and then the...
I tried it out for
You
him.
wore it out.
Wore him out, chasing him
It
around.
surrendered. What of the bucket, it surrendered.
As you can see, this is normal Fiordland weather. We've had an amazing first 5 days weather-wise. It's not cold, and to be fair, the rain's not that bloody heavy, but we've got a good...
6 days, amazing 6 days.
Yeah, 6 days of weather. We've got a good setup. We put this
Brand new MacPack tent.
MacPack tent Keith brought, full stand-up height, which is fantastic.
Gold.
We're just having a Woodstock in Cola, just to
Rehydrate.
rehydrate.
Right. And then we're going to put some warm gear on and have a hot brew.
We've got venison steaks for dinner tonight, which is good.
We're on a winner. What do we got? Dangerous is going to try and stab it with his fucking spear, and...
Yeah. Come on, Dave.
Oh, has he wrapped it around the antlers? Is he on the line, or...
Yeah, he's on the line.
Why don't we just pull the line up?
Hang on.
Probably tangled, I think, on the...
We can pull the antler out as well. You got him, have you?
Yep. Yeah, death roll. Woo! Right, get the antler, Keith. Get the knife, someone else.
Yeah, Mark's got the knife. Hang on, I'll grab the antler.
Got the... No.
This antler.
What's the name, mate?
The fishing... I just grabbed the...
Yeah.
Well, he's wrapped it around the head as well.
I'll bring the
We'll
head up.
put the knife into his head.
Ah, get him up out of the water.
There's another one.
There's 2 of them.
Hang on.
That was a good shot.
Right.
Something
Put
to do
your
with
knife
the
through there. Are you filming?
Yeah, I'm watching the calamities happen.
Put that through there. Pin him. Put it into the ground.
So that's a little one. I couldn't find
Holy mother of the bride.
Managed to get that
Whoa.
bastard.
Wow, big bucks, eh?
Woohoo!
Lovely. I'll get a couple of photos of my still camera as well.
Alright. Wait till you see the size of the mussels.
Look at the mussels. Crayfish I like the look of.
Oh, good. So finally managed to get out into the fjord for a bit of a dive. Found these little puppies. So
Well done, lads.
some bloody
One
mussels
each.
as well. So
Yeah,
can't complain. It was a bit of a mission getting back in, fighting the outgoing tide.
yeah, I can see that.
Once we got out of the wind
Yeah.
helped us to get into the bay, but once we got in the bay, the river was just pushing us back. So,
No, well
but we
done.
did it, and we got crayfish. So
Perfect.
Seafood
mission
Sunday.
accomplished.
Seafood
man.
Sunday. And we got eel.
Small faux pas, one of the crays put his claw out of the catch bag and punctured our middle pontoon in the kayak, which made it even harder to come home.
Oh, well, better he punch the middle one than the outside one.
Yeah, because we would have been toast if that one, or Dave would have been toast. He would have fucking been
All right.
swimming.
We've got a problem getting the crayfish in the pot, they're that big. We've just had a feed of eel, massive mussels.
This bigger mussel.
Look at the size of those mussels. They are ginormous. 3 each was a feed in itself. Now we've got a whole giant crayfish each.
Here we are, Monday morning, our last full day at George River. We're just having a cruisy morning at the moment.
This is the second to last day, the final breakfast. Got 2 massive buck crayfish to devour. The boys are just going to sit around and rip into it. Like beasts.